Hello students, welcome to the next lecture series of basic electrical engineering. Last class, that is in the last video, we have seen what is the different types of series circuits are there, and as well as the what is the parallel AC circuits, how to solve the parallel AC circuits. Today we are going to see, we will see what is the circuit. Okay. So today we will see what is the different, we will see what is the meaning of the power triangle here. So we will see what is the power triangle of the AC circuit. So whenever you have taken, we have seen the phasor diagram. So let us consider any phasor diagram. Just I am considering the phasor diagram of, okay, let us consider the phasor diagram of series RL circuit. Let us consider that. Okay, so how we have drawn the series phasor diagram, that is series RL circuit phasor diagram. If you consider, so whenever you are taking a series RL circuit, just have taken current as a reference vector. Okay, that is a current, and VR, it is actually in phase with the current vector, and VL is somewhat it is, so VL is leading here. Okay, VL is leading here, so that is what we have taken. So let us take that. So let us take, so VL is here. Okay, so VL is leading. Okay, and this is of total voltage we have taken. This is of whenever you have taken, so this is the diagram. So you may get the doubt, sir, we have to take only the current as reference. You can take voltage also reference. Let us draw voltage by taking the voltage as reference. So by taking the voltage as reference, see, voltage is taken as reference. So whenever you have taken the voltage as reference, current was lagging. Okay, that is what we are already know. Current was lagging by some other angle, that is phi, just that is a phi. So current will have two components. One is which is horizontal with the voltage vector, another is perpendicular with the voltage vector, that is it is having two components. One is this component, we can write as I cos phi. Okay, that is in phase with the voltage. That is another component is total I sin phi. So from this you can observe one triangle here. So this is also I cos phi, that is also equal. So that is also equal, and this angle is also phi only. Is it right? So if you observe the triangle, so here you see this triangle. Just I will give the name. You see the name of the triangle. So this just what I am highlighting, this triangle ABC. Just I am giving the name. This is of BC. Okay, and this is A. So you see observe the triangle ABC. I am separating here. Let us draw separated diagram. So the triangle like this. So here the length will be like this. So what is this length? That is of length I cos phi, and what is this length? The length is I sin phi. So this is of triangle what we have taken. That is what we are writing here. Okay. So what is this length? This is of VI. So I am multiplying, actually here it is I only, just I multiplied V on all sides. Let us multiply V on all sides of the triangle, and this is of phi, you already know. See this, observe the triangle ABC. This is called the power triangle. So this triangle is called as the power triangle. This triangle is called as the power triangle. In this, so this component, so what are the three types of powers are there in the AC circuits, that we will see now. So let us give the three types of powers are there. One is active power. Okay, one is active power, another is the reactive power, next apparent power. These are the three powers which we are using in the AC circuits, So this active power will be normally represented with P, reactive power will be represented with Q, apparent power will be represented with S, and active power will be represented in kilowatts. Just I am writing in kilo, I am adding kilo only. Just here reactive power will be written as kVAR, that is kilovolt ampere reactive, and apparent power will be written as in kVA. That are the units for the three types of power. So let us define what is the active power and what is the apparent power and what is the reactive power, that we will see now. Okay, what is the different types of powers we will define now. So first I will start with the apparent power. So what is the meaning of this apparent power? In the name itself only, it is assumed to be apparent. Okay, so it is to be assumed to be apparent. That type of power we can call it as the apparent power. So if you see here, so just I will define what is apparent power. The total power that appears to transfer between the source and load. Okay, let us define the total power. We can write it as the total power that appears transfers between voltage, that is between source and load, is called as the, we can call it as apparent power. So it is to be appear, okay, it is to be assumed to transfer to the load. Okay, so whenever you have taken some load, let us consider some load here. Okay, resistor and inductor. If you take some load, RL load we are taken, and we are connecting one voltage source. So you are connected one voltage source here, AC source, and the current is flowing here. This is of load. So whenever you are connected a load for this voltage source, so there is some power is flowing, that is power is consumed by the circuit, we are assuming. Okay, it is not the actual power, it is assumed to be appear across the load. That is what, okay, assumed to be supply. Okay, this is assumed to be supply. That type of supply, that type of power, we can call it as the apparent power. So apparent power will be normally measured in volt amperes. Okay, this is of volt amperes. That is the apparent power. Next, let us see another power. What is another power? Is true power. So what is the meaning of true power? Another name I will give here, real power. Okay, real power. Okay, average power, all are same here. Okay, we are already seen the average power consumed by a purely resistor circuit, that in that case we have seen average power is consumed. Okay, so that in the name itself only you can see the true power or real power. So power which is actually consumed in the circuit. This is a very simple definition. Power actually consumed in circuit. Okay, power actually consumed in circuit, we can call it as, is called true power. Okay, true power or real power or average power, all are same, and which is this is why it is called as a true power, because so if you see this triangle, so this is I cos phi, which is this component is this, just I am highlighting this component. So this component is in phase with the voltage vector, that is with the reference vector. Okay, so that's why we can call it as the reference, that is the power is actually consumed in the circuit, is called as the true power or active power, we can call it as. Another name is also there here, active power, that is also valid, the name for true power or active power or average power, real power, all are same, and it is measured. So what is the real power formula? We can write as P is equals to, I can write as P is equals to VI cos phi, So what is this? V into I cos phi, we can write. So this is a real component. So you can write as V, you can write as I into Z. So and I into cos phi from the triangle, you can write as R by Z. So Z will get cancelled. What is the power? It is I square R. So it is measured in watts. Okay, it is measured in watts. That is called as the true power or real power or active power. Let us see another power, that is a reactive power. So for the reactive power explanation, I have to take one diagram, that is I have given in the previous paper. Let us go to that. The component, okay, just you take the definition. The component, first you write the definition. The component of apparent power apparent power which is neither consumed nor useful. Okay, neither consumed nor does any useful. Okay, nor does any useful. That type of power we can call it as useful work in the circuit. Useful work in the circuit. That type of power we can call it as that power is called as the reactive power. So there is a interesting statement also we can give about the reactive power. How the name it was given, it is reacting itself. Okay, without any force or without any indication, it is reacting itself. That's why the name it is given as the reactive power. Okay, so if you see the power consumed, you already know power. What is the power consumed by purely inductors and capacitor? That is purely capacitor and inductor. It is not consuming any power, that is zero. So what is it is doing? So what it is doing is just storing of power and storing of energy, and it is returning back. What is returning back? So what is happening here? So because all the power, okay, all the power, what is happening in the case of the inductor, where it is going the power? So all the power received from the source, what we can say, all the power received from the source, I will show diagram wise, received from the source is transferred to the source in the next quarter cycle. So first it is taking the energy, then in the next quarter cycle it is returning back. That means it is reacting its own self. So we are not providing any force to react like that. So it is reacting itself. That's why it is called as the reactive power. Okay, so let us see the diagram here. So you see this diagram clearly, you will understand. So how to you see this diagram. Okay, so whenever you see this diagram, so here just I have taken the power here. So power voltage waveform and current waveform. This is I have taken for series RL circuit. If you see the diagram of series RL circuit, just I have drawn in the previous videos only voltage and current. So voltage and current. So this is of I think so this is of series RC circuit. Sorry, this is series RC circuit. Why I am saying series RC circuit? Because the current was leading with respect to voltage. So whenever you see here voltage and current, so if you see this is of power waveform. So if you see the power waveform, when you are just I am highlighting the power during this period. Okay, let us erase. So this is now we will see during at this point what I am highlighting, at this point, if you observe clearly the voltage and current during these points, if you observe clearly the voltage and currents, they both are positive. That's why you are getting a positive signal. Okay, that is a positive power you are getting. But at this point voltage and current, they both are becoming zero. That's why the power is also becoming zero here. Up to this no problem. But when you observe this point, at this point voltage is a positive only, but if you observe the current waveform, this is of current waveform, the current waveform is a negative. That's why you are getting a negative power here. So this negative power means, what is the meaning of power is negative? So what is the meaning of the power is negative means, so let us write that is also power negative. Power is positive. You have to remember this sign. Power is positive means, so that is flowing from source to load. Power is flowing from source to load. If the power is negative means, it is flowing from load to source. So during one cycle the power is a positive, that means it is flowing from source to load. But during the negative, another quarter cycle, if you observe here, it is flowing, that is the power is negative. Negative means it is flowing from load to source. That is what. So once again you are getting, once again the power is flowing here, power is flowing, so that is the power is positive. That means power is flowing from source to load. But once again if you observe here, power is flowing from, that is a load to source. That is what happening. So which is this, if you observe this diagram, this power reacting itself. Okay, so reactive power which is reacting itself. We are not observing, okay, we are not giving. So this is a true power which is absorbed by this circuit, but if you observe this cycle, this negative half cycle, this is called as the reactive power, this negative cycle particularly. So what is this, you may get out what is this positive half cycle means? This is of active power, okay, this is of active power consumed by the circuit. And if you see this negative half cycle, it is reacting itself, okay, it is flowing to once again to the source, okay, once again flowing to the source. This type of power is called as the reactive power, okay, that is what I have explained, okay, in the next. So reactive power, that is what we are given. So whenever the reactive power, actually reactive power is Vi sin phi, that is the perpendicular component. So V into I into sin phi. So from the triangle we can write as I sin phi, V into I into sin phi, you can write as some x reactive divided by impedance. So that you will get it as I into Z, that is I into x by z. Z will gets cancelled, what will get, sorry, Z will gets cancelled, that is I square into some x component. It is measured in VAR, that is volt ampere reactive, volt ampere reactive. So if you observe the Q formula Vi, this sin phi is the reactive component and it is called as the useless component, okay, just it is in one cycle it is coming to the load and another cycle it is returning to the load, okay, useless component, okay, this is of useful component. Another name it is also given as watt component, okay, this is another name, it is also given as watt component. Another name it is given as wattless component, okay. What is the units for this? Wattless component. The units for this is V, volt ampere reactive. These are the three types of powers are there in the AC circuits, okay. Wattless component, that is the wattless component, or that is the name we have given. So another important topic here it is, that is what is the power factor. Let us define the power factor of the circuit. What is the power factor of the circuit? First I will define what is the power factor of the circuit. It is the cosine angle between the voltage vector and current vector. We are already defined. Once again, it is the voltage vector, so by which voltage vector and current vector cosine angle, we have to take a cosine angle between voltage vector and current vector, that is known as the power factor, or in another way also it is defined as it is the factor, okay, it is the factor by which the apparent power, by which the apparent power to be multiplied, the apparent power to be multiplied to get apparent power to be multiplied to get actual power or real power, to get the actual power or real power is called the power factor, is called the power factor. So factor, it is the factor, so power is equals to V into I, okay, this is of apparent power. So to get the actual power we have to multiply with this factor, that is known as the cos phi. From the impedance triangle, so what is the impedance triangle? Impedance triangle, here it is, just you take the impedance triangle, that is R here, and this is a XL or what it may be XC, or here it is Z, okay, here it is Z. So whenever you have the phi, this is for inductive load. So let us take for capacitive load. For capacitive load it will become the XC will comes downwards, that is XC, and this is of impedance. So whenever you have the phase angle, here is phi. So for this impedance triangle R here, impedance triangle, what we can write? Cos phi we can write it as R by Z, that is sin phi we can write as, we have written already, XL by Z, and here tan phi we can write it as XL by R. This is of power factor. Okay, what is the impedance? You already know impedance is equals to under root of R square plus XL square. This is the magnitude. For this triangle, that is cos phi is equals to, it is R by Z only here also, and sin phi will become XC by Z, and tan phi will become tan phi will become, so XC by R. This is a power factor. Okay, so which is having a very important role in the power system. So let us see the what is the importance of the power factor. So always we have to maintain, okay, always we have to maintain. So what will happen? Let us see. So P is equals to VI cos phi. So what is the meaning of cos phi? Cos phi we can write it as, that is P is equals to VI, or I can write it as from this P is equals to V cos phi. See here, so what is the importance of the power factor? If you are maintaining a high power factor, what will happen? The current consumed is less. If you are maintaining the low power factor, what is the current consumed is very high. So always our target is to maintain a high power factor, and the value of the range of the power factor value is, power factor range will be always from 0 to 1. Your external problem answers also should be lie in this range only, that is 0 to 1. So the power factor will be in the range of 0 to 1. So that's why we are always try to maintain a high power factor. That's why the farmers are, so what are the techniques we are using is capacitors. Capacitors will improve the power factor. So power factor will be improved. So what is the meaning of the power factor will be improved? What is the value of phi? So whenever you are increasing the phi angle, what will happen? So whenever you are increasing the phi value, cosine value will become, cos phi value will become decreases. What is the cos 0? It is 1. Cos 90 it is 0. So whenever you are increasing the angle, so what will happen? Cosine value will be decreases. So if the cosine value will be decreases, so what is happening? So what you have to do? You have to, so power factor will be improved by the capacitor. Power factor will be improved by the capacitor. By connecting a capacitor, we can improve the power factor. That's why the farmers are asking to provide the capacitor. That is the importance of the power factor of the circuit. Now let us see, all the formulas are there up to now what we have studied here up to this point of view. So this is the end of the part A, and you see the all formulas what we have studied. So whenever you have studied, we have given, so let us see the formulas. See this formulas I have given already. See this series for series RL circuit and series RC circuit we are already given. So these are all very important formulas which we are using. Okay, this is one paper you have to use. Next, another it is, this is for different R, L and C individual circuits. So for parallel circuit we will see the problems, based on the problem we will solve. I think so. For power we are given, power also we have given all formulas. So let us write the power formulas here. So if you write the power, so that is first is active power or real power or what it may be. Active power P we can write it as, that is VI cos phi, and units are measured in kilowatts. So reactive power. So what is the reactive power? Reactive power is Q, normally will represent, that is VI sin phi, that is kVAR. And if you see the apparent power, what is another power? That is apparent power. So apparent power is, so VI only, that is kVAR. So see this triangle. So this triangle what we are defined here, this is called the power triangle. Okay, this is called as the power triangle. We are already given here, this is called as the power triangle. So this is of different formulas up to now we have to use. So that's all for today's class. In the next class we will see three-phase circuits. After that we will completion of the problems also. Thank you for attending this session. Thank you very much.